What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Zach and I make videos about photography, camera gear, amateur videography, and vlogs. So it's been a while since we had a video where I just kind of talked about some gear, and I feel like it was a pretty good time to do that because Nikon Rumors just dumped another set of specifications for the Z6 and the Z7, and really curious to see what's going to happen with those. So in my opinion, there's only a few things they've got to do with the second generation of Z cameras to really get it right. Number one, they need to appease the masses and just put the second card slot in there. According to these rumors, it seems like we're going to get that, so good on you, Nikon, if that happens. Number two, they need to have improvements to the autofocus system to make them more competitive with what you can get from Sony and Canon at this time. And number three, they need to include some of the newer high-end video specs that you're getting from Sony and Canon with things like the A7S III or the Canon R5, R6 cameras. So, do I think they need to go full-blown video camera with this? Give us 4K 120? No, I don't think that. Just a good log format. 4K up to 60 would be great. 1080 up to 240 would be awesome. And I think those are going to be some pretty compelling cameras. Another thing I noticed in the Rumors post is that these cameras are said to have the same sensor as what you get in the Z6 and the Z7 right now, which it's not necessarily a bad thing because those cameras make fantastic images. I would, however, like to see the Z6 somewhere up around 32 megapixels instead of 24. And the reason why I think this would be a good move is it further separates that camera from the entry-level Z5 that they just announced not too long ago. One of my recent videos, I actually talked about the Z5, and I thought for a long time that I was actually going to go ahead and get that camera, but with so many rumors floating around about the second generation of the Z6 and Z7, I figured I might as well wait to see what those are going to look like, because that might be what I need to get. I don't know, but if these new cameras come out and they don't wow me, that Z5 might be the winner. A couple drawbacks on the video side, but overall I think it's a pretty solid shooter and would be a nice replacement for that D750. Now, the one camera that I've really not seen much about lately that I'm actually highly anticipating, and I really hope that it comes to exist, is the Nikon Z6ii, or whatever they're calling the camera that's going to be below the Z50 in the lineup. So with this, and I thought long and hard about this, the Canon M50, best-selling mirrorless camera on Amazon, it's getting pretty old, but there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people like about that camera. Number one, it's easy to use. Number two, it's good for video. And number three, I mean, it's inexpensive. So what I'd really like to see out of the Nikon Z6ii, or whatever they're going to call that, is I think they can probably dumb down a lot of the specs and create a really compelling $500 camera. Personally for me, and this is just me talking here, what I would love to see in it is something like a 16 megapixel sensor. Like, you don't need an absurd amount of megapixels for how people take photos these days, but I would like to see them double down on the video features for that camera. So if we could get 16 megapixels, 4K at 60 with no crop, that would be amazing. It would also hopefully have that backside illuminated sensor to give us the great low light performance. And what we probably don't need in that camera is an electronic viewfinder. Like, the back screen would be just fine. Now that back screen, let's talk about that. Don't flip it down, flip it out. So many more people are creating vlog style content for different platforms like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Like, people aren't using, that audience isn't using the electronic viewfinder for photography, you know. I think Nikon needs to cater to the audience of photographers that are growing up right now. And those are the people that grew up shooting pictures on a smartphone. You know, they're used to simplicity and the ease of use, the big back screen, the touch screen interface. Like, put that all in a camera that's $500 that gives you way better image quality than what you get with an iPhone or a Samsung or something like that. So, some very interesting things, in my opinion. We'll really just have to see what happens the rest of this year. I'm patiently awaiting some sort of announcement, but until then, I'm just gonna keep rocking my Z50. It's doing a good job. I wish the screen flipped out. Other than that, it's pretty great. So, thoughts, comments? What would you like to see in the Z6 Mark II or Z6s, whatever they call that? And how about that Z30? Am I wrong about it? Oh, Nikon Z50. You're doing the thing that I don't like. You're overexposing. You're overexposing because you can't shoot in shutter priority mode on this camera. Put that in the next generation of whatever. Look, I'm blown out. I'm being burnt by the sun. I'm gonna catch on fire here in a second. Oh, little Nikon. You could have been so excellent. In other news, I'm out here scouting for some locations to take some client photos pretty soon, some fall family photographs, Christmas cards, that kind of thing. And in Missouri, the leaves really haven't started changing that much. I'm seeing a lot of yellow, but for the most part, everything's still pretty green. Just looking around, walking on a trail, doing stuff. A lot of people out here today, though. I think people in Missouri aren't quite used to vloggers. Dirty vloggers. Just making your videos, making your stupid internet videos. What do you even do? Do you have a real job? Oh, hello there, golden hour. You're showing up just in time. That's some really nice light. Oh, and I found a creek. Look at that. It's a creek. It's the Hinkson Creek. Hinkson Creek Trail. Woo! And I am walking in loafers. Bad shoe choice, Zach. We got like epic sunflower. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Alrighty, so that's really all I have. Guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Why won't you black out the screen?